last lecture, we studied about stratification based on light penetration, temperature, soil stratification. Now, a topic related with ecosystem in 14th chapter is energy flow. In previous standard, you studied about flow of material and flow of energy. A flow of matter is always cyclic, whereas flow of energy is always unidirectional. Why? Flow of matter, that is cyclical process. As we know that by photosynthesis, food is prepared by producers or plants. Grazing animals, that herbivorous, consume plants for food sources. With that food source, they obtain energy. From herbivorous, food is obtained by carnivorous. After death of organism, these organic matter are decomposed by decomposer. As we seen in last lecture, during soil stratification, the humus compound are observed. And minerals are separated from it that become absorbable by plants. So it becomes cyclical. But as far concerned with energy, the source of energy, for example, is sun, solar energy. By photosynthesis, food is prepared by plant. When herbivorous animal consume food from plant, at that time, they obtain energy in the form of food source. For example, during photosynthesis, glucose is synthesized, that is stored in the form of starch. The starch is known as plant biomass. From that starch, herbivorous obtain food. That means they obtain starch. It is digested to form glucose. When breaking of or breakdown of glucose bond take place, at that time energy is released. That become useful in the daily activity. So, food and energy runs parallel to all organisms. But as source, they are different. From herbivorous, food is obtained by carnivorous. In that food, stored energy becomes useful for them. But after death of organism, that energy is not again reached to sun. So it becomes unidirectional. So the flow of energy is always unidirectional. It is not cyclic. Now related terms are there. The main energy source. For majority of ecosystem, the main energy source is sun. Whatever the solar energy is obtained, less than 50%, 50, is become useful for photosynthesis. But plant only use 2 to 10% of this energy. That less than 50% energy that is useful for photosynthesis is called PR, photosynthetic active radiation. But plants only use 2 to 10%. Remaining energy is lost. Food chain. Organism in ecosystem depends on each other for the food source. Thus, they forming a food chain. All food chain are interconnected with each other. That is known as food web. And food chain are of two types, GFC and DFC. That is grazing food chain and detritus food chain. Now first we see about energy source. Sun is main source of energy for almost all ecosystem except hydrothermal It become question for you, first sentence. What is hydrothermal ecosystem? What is source of energy in hydrothermal ecosystem? And which kind of organism are there? So question is, what is source of energy in hydrothermal ecosystem? Which organisms are found there? That is question of today related topic. So sun is main source of energy for almost all ecosystem except hydrothermal ecosystem. Here, from solar radiation, less than 50% is useful for photosynthesis. It is called PAR, that is photosynthetic active radiation. That is called PR. But plants only use, or producer, you can write producers also. Producers only use 2 to 10% from it for the process of photosynthesis. Now about food chain and food web. As we know that food chain, what is food chain? Different type of food chain observed in different ecosystem. Basically, animals depends on each other for the purpose of food, and they are forming a food chain. In ecosystem, the food is synthesized by plants. They produce food. That's why they are considered as producer. Animals depending on it, they are known as consumers. They consume plant as a food source. So just, for example, herbivorous consume plant. They are known as first consumer. Carnivorous depends on herbivores, so they are known as secondary consumer. Tertiary consumers are also there in certain ecosystem. But basically, either directly or indirectly, all animals depends on plant for the purpose of food. So they are known as consumer. So, as per concern with food chain, in ecosystem, organisms depends on each other for food purpose, and thus they forms a chain of food, that is food chain. In this way, different types of food chain observed in ecosystem. Yes, plants are synthesizing food. They are called producers. Animals depends on plants for food. We write all animals. All animals depends on plants for food either directly or indirectly. They consume plants or animals, so-called consumers. Herbivorous consume plants, so-called consumer. Carnivorous consume herbivores. That's why they are considered as consumer. Different type of food chain. For example, first food chain. Grass, goat, human, or you can write tiger. Second food chain, like plant, consumed by cow, that is consumed by leopard. Third food chain, grass, grasshopper, frog, first food chain, second one, third one. Now, organism of each food chain may depends or concern with other food chain also. એમાં કઈ કમ્પલસરી એવું નથી કે આને અહીંથી જ લેવાનું કે આને અહીંથી જ લેવાનું. यहाँ कोई गवर्नमेंट रूल नहीं है. So, organism of one food chain may be associated with organism of other food chain also. So, any kind of food chain is not compulsory. They remain connected with each other, and thus they are forming a food web. Now look, this cow may be consume grass here. Goat may be consume plant here. Tiger can attack on cow also. Leopard can attack on goat also. This cow can graze here also. Thus, organism of one food chain also concern with other food chain, and thus they are forming a food web. Organism of each food chain interconnected with other chain and forming a food web. Associated with food chain and food web, one more term is there, that is trophic level. As for food or nutritional level, different trophic levels are there. And on the base of that trophic level, a pyramid shaped structure is formed. For example, in first trophic level, always producers are there. Second trophic level, herbivorous. Third trophic level, carnivorous. Fourth trophic level, secondary carnivorous. Like that. Just for example, ડ્રો ન કરતા ઘડી પછી બીજી વાર ડ્રો કરું છું. For example, producers are there. They are always forming a base of pyramid. They are producer. Depend on them. There are herbivorous. Then after carnivorous, secondary carnivorous. So producer considered as T1, trophic level 1, T2, T3 and T4. As per terminology, producer and consumer, જો એમાં confuse ન થતા. For example, herbivorous are considered as second trophic level, but they are known as first consumer. So first consumer, second trophic level. Second consumer, third trophic level. And third consumer included into fourth trophic level. So like that, all organisms are depends on each other. We are drawing a common diagram for it. હજુ ઘણી બધી વખત આપણે પિરામિડના ટાઇપ્સ ને પિરામિડ ડ્રો કરવાના છે. આજે આ કોમન ડાયાગ્રામ ડ્રો કરીએ. These are producers. Included in first trophic level. Herbivorous. Carnivorous. Secondary carnivorous. Or you can write top carnivorous also. T1, T2, T3, T4. Yes, for consumer level, they are known as first consumer, C1, C2, they are considered as C3. Producers are known as, for symbol is given P. So as for symbol, P, that is producer, plants. C1, consumer 1, for first consumer. C2, second consumer. And C3 are third consumer. First consumer, that is herbivorous. Second carnivorous and top carnivorous. So question may be asked, the first consumer are included in which trophic level? So first માં first નહીં આવે, second trophic level આવશે. Secondary carnivorous, trophic level is third. So remember that. The main source of energy is solar energy for producer, and then after, on the base of food consumption, the remaining organisms are included. So like that. Different types of pyramid are also observed that we will see next. In next lecture we will study about GFC and DFC, that is grazing food chain and detritus food chain. Grazing that begins with herbivorous and detritus food chain that begins with decomposers. So in next lecture we will see further about it.